And boys, we are back here with another Madden video. Today, what I got for y'all is going over my favorite budget card at every single position. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, before we get into the first option right here, quarterback, it's important what we say what our budget is. For me, it's going to be below 100K, and a lot of these cards aren't even going to come close to 100K. For the most part in this video, I'm not going to be going over every single free option. The field pass cards are good. If you do your AK or your legend challenges, you can obviously get a better player at some positions. But one free card I do want to talk about is going to go ahead and be a potential quarterback. And I really like this Jaden Daniels breakout card. I really don't think he's that much worse than his 92. This card has a great release. He does hit all the accuracy thresholds, still 90 speed. He gets the gunslinger. He gets the gift wrapped. I think this right here is a top end quarterback in the game. And I believe all you had to do was pre-order the game to get him for free. Now, if you didn't pre-order the game and you need a quarterback for the cheap, I think the best cheap option is still Will Levis. I mean, this card's going for 53.5K, and I think he can absolutely outplay this price. If you have the breakout badge upgrade tokens, he can get the gunslinger, he can get the gift wrapped, he'd be up to 80 speed with 90 throw power. Still has one of the best short releases in the game. It does struggle a little bit with the deep ball. It's the Slinger one. It's like the A-Rod and the Jordan Love release. So I still really like this Will Levis card, and I think he can more than get the job done at quarterback. Now at running back right here, we did have a ton of options, but the person I decided on was Eric Dickerson. This Redux card right here is a little bit below 100K, and I just really like the tall running backs in the game. I feel like running backs that are taller, like Eric Dickerson, 6'3", I think this leads to them running better routes, and I like to get my running back involved in the pass game. He's 88 speed, 88 acceleration, and again, decent catching as well, decent break tackle. For me though, again, it was all about the 6'3". Now we are going to go ahead and move the fullback right here, where I am going to have the Kyle Juszczyk card right here. I just think this card right here is just actually what you want your fullback to do. It's the run block, lead block, impact blocking, and for 70K, I don't hate that price point for him. I feel like he can just do what you would expect your fullback to do. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to receiver right here, where I think we got a lot better at receiver. The first one is going to be 88 overall Tyreek Hill. Now this card is a little bit shorter. Again, kind of like what I was saying about running back. I like the tall players in the game, but Tyreek Hill has 90 speed, and we could have got a little bit more height right here, but I just think this card for his price point is just really, really good value. 88 short running, 83 medium, and 90 deep route running. And yeah, Tyreek Hill with the 90 speed, I like that a ton. Now, wide receiver 2 right here, I'm going to have team of the week Christian Watson. This card a little bit below 100K, and you can even say he's better than Reek. You can put him at the wide receiver 1 spot, but this card is 6'4", so he has the height, but also with the height, he has the speed, the 90 speed. And the other thing that I like on him is he hits 85s for every single route running. So it's not like this card is bad at route running either. Tall, fast, good route running. I think, again, he can potentially outplay this price point right here. Now, at our wide receiver 3 spot right here, I'm going to have another tall receiver right here. It's going to be MVS, and this card is 6'4", going for around 50K, has 89 speed, hits 90 for deep route running, which I really, really like. A little bit worse short, but does hit that 85 level up for medium. And again, I like the tall receiver, 6'4", 89 speed, 90 deep route running. I like this MVS card a ton. And now we're going to go ahead and go to the tight end position right here, where I am still going to have Dalton Kincaid. I thought about potentially having Jonnu Smith right here, but Dalton Kincaid, I like his player model a ton. I mean, 6'4", 240. I like the tight ends under that 245. They run routes more like a receiver than they do like a tight end, if that makes sense, right? And he could be up to 88 speed with the breakout badge upgrade, but does hit decent route runnings as well. Hits 85 for short, 85 for medium. Not the best run blocker, so maybe doesn't fit your scheme. If you want more of a run blocker, I would just go with Rob Gronkowski. Now let's talk about offensive line right here, where if I'm building a budget team, I'll be honest, offensive line is probably the spot that I'd spend the least on. That's what we're doing right here. At left tackle right here, I'm going to have 88 overall Deion Dawkins. I want to spend around like 50, maybe 60K on some of these cards, and I'm looking for 85 for pass block power, pass block finesse, and run block. I'm trying to hit those thresholds right there. Deion Dawkins does that, and again, fair price point for him. Now we're going to go to left guard right here, where there really wasn't a ton of great ones, but I just decided on Big Q. Again, hits the 85 level for pass block power, finesse, and run block. Now at center right here, I'm going with more of a pass blocker. I'm still going to have Zach Frazier. He's 89 pass block power, 90 pass block finesse. I like that a ton. He does have a little bit lower strength, but I mean, these core ratings right here, I just really liked him for the center spot. And at right guard right here, I'm going to have a lower overall David DeCastro. I'm going to have the 87 going for 42K. And this card, again, 85 for pass block power, finesse, and run block. And rounding out the offensive line right here, and rounding out the offense, I am still going to have Anton Harrison. Now, this is the most expensive option on the offensive line. Again, right tackle wasn't really the best position, honestly, and this card does have some pretty good core ratings of 89 pass block power, 89 pass block finesse, and 87 run block. Now, in total on offense, we've covered 12 positions, not including Jaden Jaden Daniels, and we spent around 740K, which gave us an average price of around 62K per position. Now let's go ahead and go to the defensive side of the ball, where we're going to get it started at free safety right here, where I am going to have Kevin Byard. Card going for around 60K. I actually like this card better than DeMar Hamlin as well. He's 89 speed, 88 acceleration, and does hit that 90 level of zone. Of course, like the hit power, like he's not an in the box safety. This is an over the top safety, and I just really like base hitting that 90 zone. Now at strong safety right here, I was between Cameron Curl and Jair Brown, and I just decided to give the nod to Jair Brown. He's 57K, so he's a little bit cheaper as well, and with a breakout badge upgrade, could be 88 speed, 91 excel, and you could potentially get the zone coverage up to 90 as well pretty easily. And this is a potential ability player as well. You could potentially run the pick artist ability on him. Now our CB duo is going to look really familiar. We're going to have Joey Porter Jr. as our CB1. Good height is 6'2", and again with the breakout badge upgrade, could get him up to 89 speed, 90 excel, 90 man, hits 85 level of zone, and 91 press. And this is again a card that could be an ability player for us. He could get that potential pick artist ability, so I like that. And very similar to Joey Porter, I'm going Joshua Williams still. I feel like this card has been a mainstay of the lineup, like him and Will Levis. And this card is 6'3", so again has good height. Like if you're not going to get crazy speed in this game, I'm all for the height, and I feel like with this lineup anyway, you have to run zone, so you don't necessarily need the fastest players. I think you need the height though, and this is a card that could be up to 87 speed, 91 acceleration, and hits 90 man, hits the 85 level of zone coverage as well. And these two cards again could potentially be ability players. They could both get that potential pick artist. Now in the slot right here, I am going to have a shorter corner, but I am going to have Jair Alexander. Jair Alexander is 5'10", 89 speed, 90 acceleration with 90 man, 90 press, and again hits that 85 level of zone. I don't really mind him in the slot. Like I used him on the outside before, and I used to hate him as an outside corner, but as a slot cornerback, I think he's good. And another thing I want to talk about real quick, I didn't talk about team captains in this. I think as a no money spent budget baller, I think you got to go Pat Tillman. I mean, simply being like 91 speed with 91 zone. And again, this is another card that could potentially get pick artist, so you can easily start him over Jair Brown as well. Yeah, that's what the secondary is looking like. Let's go over the front seven. We're at right outside linebacker. I'm going to have a beastly pass rusher, Baron Browning, and I do want to give an honorable mention to Brian Arakpo. I think that's if you want to go D-line abilities, which you can. Like he gets the 1 AP double or nothing, but I went Baron Browning because his core ratings are phenomenal. I mean, 89 speed, 93 excel. These two like getting good physically statted players on the D-line, I think is really, really nice, and has 88 block shed, 88 power moves, 81 finesse moves. Like good pass rush across the board with good physical stats. And at left outside linebacker right here, I'm going to go one of my personal favorite cards in the game that I've used, Segun Ulubi right here. I'm probably saying that's so wrong, but this is a pass coverage player, also potential user as well, and potential ability player, 88 speed, 88 acceleration, and does have good zone coverage, hits that 85 level. He also gets that lurk artist ability for 1 AP, so I really like this card. Think he's fantastic value. And at middle linebacker 1, this duo I think has been the same for a while. It's going to be Troy Anderson still. Again, tall player in the game, 88 speed, 88 excel, hits that 85 level of zone. Like Troy Anderson, only weaknesses, doesn't get the lurk artist. And at middle linebacker 2, I am going to have Jerome Baker as well. And Jerome Baker, 6'2" this time with 88 speed, hits that 85 level of zone. Now let's go ahead and go to the defensive line, where right in right here, I'm going to have Leonard Williams. And Leonard Williams, I will say this card, I would play him at DT and potentially use Baron Browning as like an edge rusher, right? And Leonard Williams though, he's 6'5", 302, so again, can play DT with this size, 75 speed, 80 acceleration, has 90 block shed, 90 power moves, and he only has that bull rush trait on yes, meaning he's not going to use finesse moves. So this is a card that I think can completely outplay his overall, and I really like this Leonard Williams card. And at left end, this is a potential ability player at left end. I'm going to have Mark Gastineau, and Gastineau has 85 speed, 88 acceleration with good block shed, power moves, and finesse moves. Now, what's good about this card is either 1 AP double or nothing X Factor or the 1 AP blitz X Factor, both of which can really help out your pass rush. So Mark Gastineau could be an X Factor or ability player for us. And going the defensive tackle right here, my two personal favorite are going to be Mean Joe Green, not the legend card. It's going to still be the vintage champion, the 86. And like I said with Gastineau, this is a potential ability player as well. He could get the 1 AP double or nothing, 81 speed, 84 acceleration with decent block shed and power moves still to this day, not the worst finesse moves either. And at DT2, this is going to be more of a big body. And again, I'll talk about what I would do with this team, but I'm going to have T'Vondre Sweat, 6'5", 366. I feel like if you don't like Mean Joe Green, you'll like T'Vondre Sweat because he is huge. 76 speed, 83 acceleration with good power moves, good block shed. Now he does have a finesse move trait on yes, so he is going to use 69 finesse moves, but I feel like this right here can make up for the fact that he's going to use finesse moves. So I like T'Vondre Sweat. Now what I would do is, again, potential Mean Joe Green or T'Vondre Sweat, and we are going to go ahead and move one of them to what's called DT2. And then your D-line should probably look something like this: Baron Browning, Leonard Williams, one of these two, and then Gas. Now I like that a ton, but yeah, this is what the defensive side of the ball is looking like. And in total on defense, we covered 13 cards and we spent around 823K. Gave us an average price of around 63K per position. Now let's go to special teams right here. We're at kicker. We can go Chris Boswell, like 64K, not the worst price in the world. This could be an Elam spot for you too if you want the best kicker, but 86 kick power on Boswell, we like that. And at punter, it's still going to be AJ Cole as well with the 84 kick power. Now also to end off this video, some blitz cards did get revealed today, and some of these low overalls are pretty good as well. They aren't technically in game right now. They should be dropping tomorrow. Some potential budget options for tomorrow as well. I like Isaac Gorindo right here. That is 90 speed, 92 excel, a little bit faster than that Eric Dickerson we covered, but Eric Dickerson obviously going to be taller, and I like his player model. I think you could debate between the two. Also, I'm hoping these 89s are going to be around that 100K mark, potentially below. And Jordan Addison is pretty similar to Tyreek Hill. You could potentially drop out MVS if you want Jordan Addison. It just depends. Do you want like a shorter player? Do you want a taller player? I just wanted to cover this card because 90 speed and hits 85s across the board for route running. Odafe Owe is a beastly pass rusher in the game. This speed and excel, I mean, that can play on top end God squads. Also, he's someone that only has the power move trait on yes, meaning he's not going to use his finesse moves. So I think this is actually one of the better pass rushers you could get. And if he's in your price range, totally would recommend him. And finally, right here, we do have Darnell Savage. Darnell Savage is good to the point where you don't have to use your team captain spot on Pat Tillman if you don't want to. Again, it could be an Elam spot for you. Now, I do think Pat Tillman's better because of the 90 zone. Decently fast with the 91 speed, 90 acceleration. So I did want to cover him as well. So yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on the best budget cards at every single position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if I left anyone off the list that you think should have been on it. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Madden 25 Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go and see me use these cards live on stream, have been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch. To watch on the YouTube, make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.